Are ye mateys, and welcome to session number 12. I am here joined with my other players. Thistle will be here momentarily, but in the meantime, we're going to stall a little bit for them and do the warm-up question. So, as of this recording, it is now the day after New Year's Day 2022. And so I thought for today's warm-up question, if your character were to do some New Year's resolutions, hypothetically, what do you think their New Year's resolution would be? For Sue, their New Year's resolution would be kill less people. Kill less people.
A great resolution.
Yeah.
Lonix New Year's resolution, he's clearly been dealing with a lot in the last session and probably in this one as well. And I think it would be to be more honest with himself. Because with the exception of the curse, he's been extremely honest with everybody else, but he hasn't been entirely honest with himself.
So I think for Frankie's resolution would be to have less of his friends die.
There's an ongoing theme.
That's his resolution, is like, don't let your friends die. Like, stop. Yeah. Like, he's had a rough go with Tori dying. Agatha died.
Almost Henry.
Yeah, so that'll be his New Year's resolution. Less friends dying.
I guess on a similar note for Tori, her New Year's resolution is to not die again.
I love it.
I think for Sam, his New Year's resolution would be to talk more with the others. Better communication.
Caesar Micah.
Oh, right.
We just need to get you, some of the that laurel, the crown.
Yes. Star's resolution is to take charge more. So that's Star's New Year's resolution. You can be a star on the stage, but you can also be a star and help in other people's lives.
I'm sure Stormy would love that.
You be the judge.
Multiple eggplants.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what? We're not going there today.
I was thinking about that during the premiere the other day. I'm just like, Stormy's got to have a blast every time that he gets in bed with Star, because it's always an orgy.
It's a romance book.
It's a romance book. That's what happens.
Yes. I think the romance book has a certain age rating, but still.
Exactly.
And I think Black Powder's left, I think.
Yeah. I guess his resolution would be that this year is the year he finally retires.
Okay. Where we last left our group, both sets of the party found themselves in rather sticky situations. I think we should probably go ahead and start with the menagerie of body switching first and get that figured out and taken care of. So just to recap, everybody woke up this morning and found their heads swapped bodies, essentially. Black Powder's head is on Star's body. Frankie's head is on Black Powder's body. Gregor's head is on Lonix's body. Lonix's head is on Frankie's body. And Star's head is amongst Gregor's body. And of course the rest of the crew is the same way, but I'm not going to bother with saying whose Sherman's head is on Todd, whatever. We don't care. So let's go ahead and begin the RP. What happens when you wake up that morning?
What in the devil just happened to us?
A shite.
I'm
So,
You'll hear a stream of explicatives coming from Gregor's head on Lonnick's body.
And Todd.
Right. Yes.
Imagine a lot of the crew's like panicking.
Yeah, the crew is totally like completely not sure if this is all a dream or what, but yes.
so when Lonnick wakes up, I think he's hugging Black Powder's body because
Okay.
he's cursed with Frankie's hugging curse.
Oh, that's right. The hugging curse. Yes. That's right.
Ugh. What did this do? I have Black Powder's body. I'm missing a leg. Black Powder, where are you?
Over here. Just kind of like hovering somewhere right now. Just wings going.
Yeah.
What is going on here, Black Powder? What is
Alright.
this?
That's a good question. Everyone round up. Calm down so we can figure this out. Just try and get everyone together real fast so we can have like a crew meeting.
You're gonna try to get everybody like gathered around. Gregor is going to be running circles like around, and the entire time he's just gonna be cursing and he's kind of, I can't make this stop. How do you make this stop?
I will try to reach out and grab Gregor, but he might be too fast.
Yeah, I mean you can try a dex.
Yeah.
-6 penalty.
Oh, fudge. And it begins. No, he didn't catch him.
I think once Gregor realizes that you have his body, he's actually gonna start running circles around you, and he's gonna say, "Hey, you give that back. You give that back."
Well, as he's running around, I would if you'd stop moving. Maybe we could switch.
He says, "I'd love to stop moving. How do you suggest we do that?" seems very
Stop moving
impatient.
your legs, lad.
I'm trying. It's like they have a mind of their own. It's like they have energy of their own.
Oh, that sounds about right. Well, while you're getting your cardio in, let's all try to calm down a bit. This definitely is a bit of a weird situation. Is everyone feeling, for the most part, all right? Any illness, any pain, anything like that?
Lonnick, you don't feel any illness, but you feel so slow. Oh my god, this body's slow. Just kind of sensation.
Lonnick's thinking, I am the sub-boss. But
It'll help our fears.
if he says anything, can I attempt a will save to try and break the lion curse?
Sure.
Or a will check?
Sure.
He failed anyway.
Okay.
If you want to slow down, you have to start pressing forward on the D-pad.
What? Press forward on the D-pad.
Powder, we had to figure this out. I cannot stay
I
with your
agree.
body. Is there like stitching here? Are we like stitched together? Can we like take this apart or something?
Beyonce, stop trying to take your head off because it's not going to help you, honey. Shakita Banana, if you damage my body, it is you and me. The end, period. That's all I got to say.
Why are you giving everybody these weird names? I'm not Beyonce. Who is Chiquita Banana?
Let's just say the ocean's weird, alright? Look, I don't know exactly what caused this. It seemed to have happened when we were all sleeping for the night. So, and judging by the little critters we saw running around, he thinks it's something to do with the island itself. So we may not be able to fix it here.
So we should leave?
Stay like this if we leave?
Don't know. No one's ever made it back from this island before.
Oh shit.
We ain't leaving until we get the treasure.
Exactly.
If we're going to go through this hell, we might as well find something to make up for it.
Exactly.
Will the treasure reverse this unfortunate situation?
Who knows? Could be some magically mixed items in there, but usually treasure's just, coin, gems, money.
Right. It's all about money. All right, Itsy Bitsy. Star's gonna fold his massive arms and say, I like these forearms. But, lead on, I guess, right? To the treasure?
Oh. Unless anyone else has any other ideas of how to get out of this situation, forward might just be the best way to go. We'll say, considering some of us have suddenly lost or grown extra limbs, it seems. Maybe take a minute to get used to how to, walk on sand. And I kind of look at Frankie. It takes some practice.
Are we sure there are no other people on this island that could help us?
No, nothing sure about this island.
Great. Well, let's find this treasure and get out of here.
Where on the map are you going?
We were going to go to the one on the beach first.
The X on the beach. Okay.
That's where we were going to head first because it's closer.
Yeah, sure.
I will leave a small group here because the other search party has not returned.
Yes, correct. They're coming back from the little island in the
no,
volcano.
I'll leave some people here just to meet up with them later.
Yeah, just for simplicity's sake, we'll say that the group that's going to the X right now is just the 5 of you that I was referring to earlier by name.
Okay.
So, you will make your way towards where that X is located, and I would like for everyone to make a spot check, which is attached to your head, so you don't have to look at other people's character sheets for that. So, Lanik, you are going to notice that in that sandy area, there appears to be those spider scorpion creatures that I was referring to, which I'm not going to put up because, yes, that can be triggering for some people. But, and these things are probably the size of if anybody's played the Fallout series, you know about the rad roaches, how large the rad roaches are. That's pretty much how large these things are. So they're not like tiny scorpion things, they're like yay big, like larger than horseshoe crab kind of things. But there seems to be about a half a dozen of them just milling about in the sand, although you can probably see a couple additional scorpion tails poking out from underneath the sand. So it's probably more than what you see. As for Star, in addition to those, roll me an IQ, Star. There are patches in the sand that looks different from the rest of the shore's sand that you believe is a form of quicksand.
So, death on either side of us. Well, Star's gonna tell Black Powder and Frankie and Lanik, that looks like that's quicksand and more of Ryu's cousins over there in the sand crawling around. So,
Lanik just kind of looks over his shoulder at the nearest person. Please, don't hold me back.
Okay. They're not really sure what you're about to do, but okay.
Hugging curse.
Oh, okay.
And lying curse.
Pick someone. Which one are you hugging?
the newest creatures on screen
Oh,
are the
those
monsters,
things.
the
Oh,
rad
I
roaches.
see.
So he's just
So-
like, please help me, but I can't ask for
Grab
help
him,
because
grab
of
him,
the
grab him,
lion.
grab him, grab him, grab him.
Star will grab. Star will
All
grab
right.
him.
Frankie and Gregor's body make opposed strength checks.
Can I please make a will save to try and help them?
You may. Yes, you may use a will save for this. Yes, you don't have to have any penalty for the will.
We need to find a way to help him with these curses.
Yeah. So
Go ahead
I
and roll the
passed.
strength.
I passed.
You passed against. Okay.
Lonik passed his will save.
Okay.
Oh
So
my
with all of that, you can prevent yourself from hugging any of these scorpion spider things.
Alright.
Tails, I don't think you want to hug any of these things because just look at them. Girl, no.
I want to hug. Actually, I does he want to still?
He doesn't want to. Your body does.
Oh, then
It's not a mental desire. It's like a physical. Your body just physically needs to. Yeah.
this isn't weird. I understand this.
No one understands it.
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta handle this carefully, because I don't wanna be losing no one since we don't have our whole crew with us.
What doesn't happen if one of us dies in another's body?
No idea.
Star looks ghastly white. Well, for a tanned person, looks ghastly white and has a haunted look in their eyes. And like shudders.
Right.
My goodness.
And then going off of our map, where was quote unquote our X marks the spot?
The X is roughly here
In the
in
middle of
in the
the
center of
big
that
quotes.
large one. Yes, because of course it is. Of course it is.
Hopefully, the animals themselves shouldn't be the problem. Most animals are happy to leave you alone if you're leaving them alone. Don't go stepping on any tails, basically. Quicksand's the bigger issue.
For your tokens, I'm just going to say that they represent the heads of the people. So the head of Frankie is Frankie.
Can't really outrun quicksand though. Once you're in, you're stuck. The more you move, the faster you sink.
Also, you can definitely swim in that body.
Oh, try and swim. Let's see. Quicksand.
The creatures being hostile, or what are their behavior like?
They're not being hostile. They're just they're just behaving as if this is their turf. This is where they, this is their home, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them may not. I don't think any of them have noticed you yet. So you're not necessarily up that close.
Mm-hmm.
I just needed to put you on the map. So, presumably, though, if you get a bit closer, they probably will react to you approaching them. Presumably.
How deep is this wall here? This dip into the.
Yeah. I would probably say maybe 6 feet.
Okay.
A 6-foot dip. So it's relatively deep.
Alright. Question: who here can hold their breath the longest?
This would be body, so
Not Gregor.
Whoever has pretty high health probably can.
Well, also, if he has Lonic's body, it doesn't breathe in this form.
Oh, that's true.
So he could survive indefinitely without having to hold his breath because he doesn't breathe.
Alright. Well, in that case, it seems Gregor might be a tribute today.
You want me to go in?
Well, hold on. I wouldn't send you in alone, you know that. But if what we need is under the quicksand, we need to get under the quicksand.
Oh.
But if you
I'm
don't,
definitely not strong enough to haul anyone out of quicksand in this body.
Like, that was my thought. If one person goes, the rest of us can secure them and pull them out. And we only need to touch the quicksand for where that X would be. The rest we can avoid. I mean, it's a pit. We can actually walk around most of it. So, go to that area, get secured, then someone's got to go diving.
Okay.
If it be me diving, then I want a decent cut of the treasure.
You're part of me crew, Gregor. You're already gonna get a decent cut. You're really gonna skimp on the rest of your crew right now? And not do your part?
I don't see the rest of the crew diving into those scorpion spider things nests. There could very well be more of them in the quicksand.
Possible, but, you know, we signed up for danger when we became pirates, right? And I know the rest of me old crew, before the rest of you that joined up, would definitely do it.
He pauses for a moment, and then he decides, if it's whatever's best for the crew.
Good lad. Don't worry, we'll keep an eye on you. We ain't gonna let you get stuck. If you run into trouble, tug 3 times and we'll pull you out quick.
Should we create a distraction to pull the creatures away?
The creatures have the least problems. The quicksand. I know how dangerous
we've got 2
quicksand is.
problems.
Well, we could probably try to create a distraction, but I mean,
Lonic is just internally screaming right now. He's barely hearing the conversation.
So you're trying to maneuver your way around to the other side, right? You're trying to maneuver your way to this end of the...
well, what I was gonna try to do, I'm gonna use the ruler tool because I can point, because this area is clear. So go
Yes.
around this way so we can get to this corner here.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's
So
the
you're gonna try
closest
to go...
access to the big square.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that as you begin to veer around this thing, it will alert the scorpion creatures, and they immediately will get into some sort of like stance that sort of suggests do not approach or you'll regret it. And their spider leg starts to go up. The leg starts to go up like this as you're maneuvering around. Just FYI.
I really wish Tori were here.
Yeah. Well, Chung Li, what you could do with your wings, you could maybe fly around and keep them occupied while we move forward. Would that work? And I can hold on to the rope for tails.
I mean, I could give it a shot.
Yeah. Well, if you do that, and you want to use magic, just think happy thoughts and you'll glow brighter.
I'll leave the magic to you weird folk.
I'm not offended.
I say it with love. Alright. So yeah, I guess I'll just kind of... First off, I'll just fly above and see if I can get there, if that gets their attention.
Yeah. Roll. This is going to be Star's body, so roll a magic with Star's body.
Quick question about Black Powder. What holds his luck, his head or his body?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Luck.
Honestly, you could argue either. So if you want it to stay with your head, you can have it stay with your head. You can argue either, I think.
Because I've hurt Frankie so much physically, I'll give him the luck.
That's perfectly... You want to give Frankie the luck?
Yeah, because right now he's gonna need it. If anything else, his speed is only 2 right now. So
Frankie can have your luck. That's perfectly
Frankie, you're
fine.
lucky.
Every in-game hour, yes, you
Right.
can
So-
declare that you... Yes.
IQ is magic.
Yes.
Ooh, no. I failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not know.
So you're gonna go there and you're going to attempt to get their attention. And if you had succeeded, you would have gotten the vast majority of their attention on you, so that they're not paying attention to what's going on with the rest of the group. But because you failed, you really are only going to grab the attention of the closest ones to you. So like these two will be distracted if you are flying above them. But once you move away from them, then it'll be these two only who are distracted.
Okay.
While the rest will be watching the rest of the group, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so in that case, I'm actually just going to hover over the big one, because you said it represents our heads, right?
Yes. Sorry, so that's not...
There you
Yeah,
go.
Star's back over here.
Yeah, so I'll hover over these two.
So
I can
you're
get
over
their-
them, so they will be paying attention. However, these creatures will still be watching the people on the edge right now.
Yeah. I'll just kind of look back at it and give it a shrug, because like, not working. Not great.
I suppose if there are no other smart alecky ideas, I should make a run for it.
Let them secure you first, lad.
Yeah. One other thing. Star's gonna tap Frankie and say, "Can you still do your mind thingy?
Think so? Why?
Maybe you could levitate or keep them at bay?"
I was thinking about it. How much rope do we have?
Oh,
Lots.
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Pirates.
You're pirates. You have quite a... As long of a rope as you need it
Perfect.
to be.
Frankie's gonna use his telekinesis to try to ensnare this creature against the rocks here.
Sure.
I think black powder has some knot time sticks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try that.
Nice.
yes.
So you will effectively be able to latch this one onto the onto the rock next to it, and you immediately hear a hiss. It's a weird chittering hiss coming from that creature. Ooh.
Okay, Star, I think it works.
Yeah. So Star's gonna look down at Gregor and say, "Okay, Michael, why don't you go run? Because I have a rope here."
Who tied Gregor's knot?
You want me to try to do it? I can try to do it.
Yeah.
So not time skills.
Let's get that knot time. Oh, right on
Okay.
it.
Just barely.
Yep, right on it. All right.
Okay, the knot is ready.
Maybe I shouldn't be the one holding that rope.
I
Star.
think it'd be
Flex
good
his
if
biceps.
I think it'd be good if multiple people were holding it just in case. Quicksand can be quite strong. So at least Star and Frankie. Lonic, you be on watch. Keep an eye out for anything approaching.
Lonic is in Frankie's body.
Could be the other body.
Frankie is
Right.
currently in Black Powder's body,
Right.
which is not bad.
No, it's
But-
pretty strong. Yeah, all three of you hold the rope.
Thank you.
All right. Roll
They'll be
a. All,
decently
everyone,
strong.
everyone who's holding the rope, go ahead and roll me some strength rolls. Let me know if anyone fails. So Gregor is just going to crack his neck a little bit, like pull back his shoulders, which are Lonic's shoulders. Here goes nothing. And he is just going to run right into the center of the quicksand. And as he's running through the quicksand, because he's running so fast, yes, the quicksand does suck him down pretty quickly, pretty darn quickly. And he will disappear into the sand.
I'll keep an eye above just in case I see any extra signs of danger or distress coming towards him.
Yep. So these two creatures are still distracted. That's fine. These creatures, once they realize what's happening, they're actually going to begin crawling their way towards this edge. And unless anyone wants to do anything to prevent them, they will be upon you relatively shortly.
I'm gonna try to do the telekinesis rope trick again against this rock. as
Yeah,
as
you
they're
can.
approaching?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Right, that's
Oh no! So that one's still okay. That one still gets freed.
God, I don't want to, but I'll give it a shot. Can I try using the star bright?
Yes, you
please.
can.
Starbright actually has
Because it's an AOE.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's a part of Star's ability, so
Yeah. Oh my god! Is that a critical?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's based on a 16.
Oh
yeah.
no!
Oh my god!
And because of the world's rules, that's ×3. If I'm not mistaken.
×3 when it reverbs back later
Oh
on.
no.
That's why magic is bad here. Because it'll come back to haunt us.
Yeah.
Damn.
Keep a distance from you guys.
You will be able to basically, with a big giant explosive burst, it actually knocks out those 3 creatures. And they're just going to be dazed. At least for now, you don't have to worry about them. While Gregor is still, underneath the sand. I would like for the 3 people who are still here, Frankie, Sam, and Lonick, to roll me spot checks, perception spot, -4 penalty, please. Star, you notice the sand underneath. Roll me a 1d3. Joe, roll me a 1d3, please. 1. Okay. So, from left to right, 1 is Lonick, which means, Star, you see the sand underneath you and Frankie shifting. The sand right underneath you are shifting. I'll give you a round to react to that.
Okay. Star's gonna look at Frankie and say, Cornbread, look down. And I guess would it be considered an action to draw his saber or sword?
Yeah. Because you are alerted to the sand underneath you, I will allow you to make both of you to make dex rolls.
Okay.
As these large barbed scorpion tails come out from the sand.
Okay. Yes, I pass.
Okay, you pass. Okay,
Yes.
cool. I'm sorry, these are not scorpions, these are spider snakes. So basically these 2 other scorpion creatures, spider snake creatures, burrow up from the sand, and they tried to grab you and pull you underneath, but you were able to dodge out of the way. So I will let the 4 of you act this next round in any order that you would like.
Lonick is staying on the rope because that's his
Yeah,
body under the quicksand.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Blackpowder will basically just start giving orders to, maintain the rope, try to spread out as much as you can, try and deal with them quickly. I'm going to use my leadership skill to give them all bonuses for combat.
I'm
basi-
going to.
You all get a +2 bonus for combat.
Nice. Okay, so then I'm gonna pull out Black Powder's cutlass, and I'm gonna try to slice at the one right next to me. All right, so I'm gonna hit. Okay, not the rolls. Damage.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
3.
We'll do 3.
Okay. Nice. Still seems to be kicking. Star, Lonick's still gonna hold on. Star, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, Star, if Star can, he'll hold on to the rope because his strength is 15, and he'll swing. Does he have a cutlass or a saber or?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I would say that he has a. I'm gonna say that Gregor has a rapier.
Gotcha.
So it's good at doing critical damage.
Cool.
So go ahead and roll
Okay. So
For
he's
that.
doing a swing, so he's swinging it, so that's a 2d6.
The critical damage range is double what is normal.
Okay.
So because his base is, I said his base was like 17, I think. Right?
Yeah.
That means he can crit on at least a 7. I would say at the 9 he still crits.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
you need to roll via 3d6 attack before the damage.
Okay.
So
So I'm doing that right now. And damage is also 9.
Okay. Okay, that's gonna be enough to kill that one. So with your rapier, you're able to actually kill one of the spider creatures, which is good because that lets Lonic continue to hold on to the rope. The spider creature is next going to attempt to attack Frankie. Frankie, go ahead and roll a dodge for me. So it looks like that's a fail. Okay, so the snake manages to wrap its body around your body, and it will begin to squeeze to try to crush you, but that'll be the next round if you can't break out of it. This round, however, it takes its venomous fangs and bites into your flesh, dealing 2 points of penetrating damage, so it ignores armor. And that part of your body starts to quickly feel rather numb as the venom starts to seep in.
Frankie, please don't lose another limb on me.
That was its turn, so next round you all can now act in any order you'd like.
Does Frankie still have his shield? Do I have Frankie's shield in this form?
I think you would. You'd still have a shield. Yeah, you'd still have a shield.
So,
Viking, barbarian, pirate.
yeah. Lonky. Darn.
That's funny, actually.
I'm using that.
Lonic hefts the shield, the big old shield off of his back, and he's going to, while still holding the rope with the other hand, attempt to whack the snake that is around Frankie's.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a melee attack. I don't know if Frankie actually has a shield bash skill of some sort, but yeah. You will successfully succeed in bashing the side of the snake. You can deal damage.
I want to deal damage to Snick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Frankie's strong.
You crush. Lonic crushes the snake's body, and it immediately lets go of Frankie. As that creature also drops dead on the ground.
Thank you, Lonky.
I would like for Frankie in Black Powder's body to roll a health check, please.
Yeah, let's see if
Oh, that's right. I was going to suggest that we all did that for our names for this session, for the head swap. Lanky, Black Powder.
Frankie, you're starting to feel a bit nauseous. And like I said, I'm gonna say that he bit into like your shoulder, and your arm starts to, this like part of the arm starts to turn black.
Necrosis.
Is there any way to like first aid this or something? I mean, Black Powder is not like immune to anything.
Probably not to this thing.
It might be time to head out. Just saying. We don't have any way of communicating with Gregor beneath the quicksand. So he might be holding on to a treasure chest right now, and we're all just spinning our wheels.
Yeah.
Like, do we see any notion of the rope moving, or is like is it still going down? Like, is it going through their hands still? Like, he's moving.
It seems like he's still moving.
Damn, that's deep. Okay.
Oh, there's a question for Hark. Lonic has a disadvantage where he can't swim, but it also causes him to sink like a lead brick.
Yeah, he's at the bottom.
Oh.
He's just moving.
Oh, he's searching.
Gotcha.
That's what's going on.
All right, I was just asking because I'm like, he sinks about as fast as he falls.
Yep, he's down. He's down there. He's still moving around though.
All right.
So he ain't dead yet. That's good.
That part.
Guys, the arm is like numb and black. I need
Tourniquet.
help.
Make a tourniquet.
I need help.
Make a tourniquet.
Stop it from spreading anywhere else because you don't want to lose the whole bloody arm.
Star, roll an IQ, please.
Could I use first aid on myself?
Sure.
I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah, and Star, roll an IQ.
Oh. Well, I'm still keeping these guys busy.
Okay, so
Okay.
I will try to do the whole like tourniquet and first aid myself on this.
Which will hopefully slow down the effects.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think Star needs to lead.
Yeah, it succeeds.
What happens when people get hurt, Star? What do you usually do?
Star heals.
Yeah, Star heals. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And Star's gonna be like, October Sky? We kinda need you over here.
Magic. Alright.
Holding the rope and
Yeah,
looking at the other snake thieves.
Yeah, that's where I'm so confused. Is your magic in your head or your body? I don't
Oh, it's
know.
in the body. Well, technically it's all over, but in this case, the body.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I'll buzz over, I guess.
You'll buzz over. These creatures are gonna start making their way towards you.
Yeah, I'll come back and deal with them in a minute, but real fast, I'm
Sure.
gonna try and heal.
Try to go ahead and try to heal.
I don't know how to magic. You just use first aid, right?
Yeah, I just use first
Success.
aid. Yes.
Okay. So you will go ahead and use your healing powers. It seems to have stopped the spread of the poison, at least. So just know that this part of your arm is still black at the moment, but as definitely between that and the tourniquet that Frankie did, it doesn't seem like it's getting any worse now.
Then if I'm able to, I'll literally just buzz back here, but stay high so that I just keep those two guys away from the rest of them. Yes.
So you're gonna be able to continue keeping those creatures distracted for the next minute. Gregor has not tugged on the rope yet, but he's still maneuvering around. What do you all do? Do you want to wait longer?
How long has he been under time-wise?
2 minutes.
Give it one more minute and then just do two tugs to tell him that we're pulling him up.
Okay. You'll wait another minute. You'll pull on the rope to let him know that you're pulling him up.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you pull him up?
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Whoever has the rope still, go ahead and roll me strength checks, please.
Also-
That would be Lonic as Frankie. That would be Lanky.
I'll move these guys over here so he can be pulled directly that way without
That's a
going
good
through
idea.
them. He'd get very mad otherwise.
Star as Gregor's body passes.
Frankie's
Yep.
body
You will.
succeeds.
Cool. You will very easily pull Gregor up, and as you pull him up, he's basically, trying to get the sand out of his ears, and out of his nose and out of his mouth. He doesn't seem to be like gasping for air because he doesn't need to breathe. So, but he definitely seems to be very annoyed at all the sand. But you'll pull him up, and he's just gonna look really frustrated and ticked off, and he says, I've searched every last crevice down there, and there ain't nothing there. Nothing at all. I'm beginning to wonder if this was just one big wild goose chase.
Calm down, Gregor. We still got a whole other part of the island to explore. We just started, lad. Patience is a virtue.
Maybe the map that was leading us here is the fake one.
Quite possible, but we didn't know for sure. So, now we do. Let's recoup, let's get away from the rest of these little buggers. I'd say catch your breath, but you don't need to breathe, but get yourself dusted off. Take a better look at that arm. And
Yes, please.
we'll continue forward from there. So, you guys go off first, because these guys are going to follow me. And then I'll catch up.
In that case, let us switch over to the troublemakers. There we go. All right, we're switching over to the Lamport. Tori and Sam, I think, are they above deck?
So, yes, we had moved above deck.
And that's when you started hearing the sound of the sound in the fog. What do? It sounds very large and very close.
So the first thing I'm going to do is pull out my flavor ball.
Nice.
Spicy flavor change-up.
Okay. You will go through that whole transformation sequence and transform into the flavor, the superpower spicy flavor scout. And just as that's happening, the boat is going to start rocking back and forth very violently. And you'll actually start seeing these large tentacle-looking things wrapping themselves around the hull of the boat.
So are we seeing the whole cat thing yet, or just the tentacles out of the fog?
Just the tentacles without rolling. If you want to try to get a better look at what this thing is, both you and Tori can roll perceptions.
Alright, we'll do that.
Yep. You will see the silhouette of a very large cat-like thing. Part cat, part octopusy-looking thing. Yeah, it seems to be rocking the boat violently.
I will also use my flavor senshi ball. So
All right. You take out your flavor senshi ball and you call out.
bitter flavor power up.
Nothing happens.
What? No!
Not when you're dead. Not when you're dead.
Oh man.
Oh no.
That's awful. Sam. It doesn't
Okay,
work
we'll muddle
anymore.
We'll muddle through. We'll come up with something. So I'm going to try to blast a habanero pepper spray
Yes.
at the catkin.
Yes. You will easily be able to do that. The catkin will start to howl. Trying to it'll take all its tentacles, so it'll free the boat. The boat, it had lifted the back end of the boat relatively high in the water, but as soon as you spray it, it lets go of it immediately, reflexively, and trying to use its tentacles to bat away at the spray, which it can't really do, but it's going to try. The back end of the boat comes crashing down. I would like for Sam to roll a dex to not fall overboard. Tori, you're fine. You're a ghost. You don't have to worry about falling overboard. Okay, Sam, you're okay. That seems to be buying you some time, but I think that when the cat is recovered a little bit, it's probably going to be a little peed off.
Since Tori's not able to change, I'm just going to call out, we need to get more help and head down to free the prisoners.
Yeah. I will go down to where the brig is and talk to the prisoners.
As a ghost? Okay.
Yep. Just life or death situation. Gotta just let that go.
Yeah, you're going to. Are you just gonna like phase through the floor
Sure.
to get down?
To get
That
there
is
as quickly
the
as
fastest
possible.
way. I mean, that is the fastest way. So when you go down, it does look like the prisoners seem to be a bit frightened by what's happening with the shaking of the ship, or at least very like curious about what's happening. And as soon as you appear and phase through before them, you'll hear both the captain and crew and Jim screech out in terror. Ah! Are we being attacked by a ghost ship?
No. I'd come in peace. I've actually been here for quite a while.
What?
Long story. We can talk about later, but there's a cat thing outside. Can you guys help us? Have you seen one of these before?
The captain looks very skeptical, and he says, "Speak not to the spirit. She's a bad omen." Do you want to try to use a persuasion?
Sure, I can try.
That would be an IQ, I think.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a -2 penalty because you're a ghost.
Oh, well, I fail.
Okay. All right. So you're going to attempt to convince them that you come in peace, but nobody's believing the ghost girl. They think that you're there to. They seem pretty convinced that you're the reason why the ship is capsizing.
Can I show I'm good? Like I can let you guys out.
It's a trick. It's a trick, the captain says.
Is there, yeah, well, is there a way, she can manipulate objects, so could she, like, unlock the cell and let them out?
Do you have the key?
I don't, but maybe there's a crew member from Black Powder crew that hung around. Maybe I could find them.
Yeah, that's fine. The people who were left behind don't trust you either. They seem to be also freaking out by the sight of Tori, and if you're gonna ask for the key, they're not gonna be giving it to you.
Don't ask, demand.
I will try to scare that crewmate into giving me the keys.
Okay, yeah. How do you do that?
I'll just say in a really creepy voice, "Give me your keys or else." Like.
Okay. So that would be a intimidation. Can you roll me an intimidation, please?
Do I get a bonus because I'm scary?
Yes, you do. Get a +2 because you're scary. +2 to your.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, perfect. Yes. You will try to frighten the crew member. The crew member will essentially pee his pants, and he'll just chuck the key at you.
Okay.
And he will actually run off, and you don't have to worry about him for the time being.
Cool. Yeah, then I'll go unlock them. We need to get you guys out of here, but we need help against the cat.
Cat? What cat? Jim asks. He's still skeptical, but he now is curious when you mention the word cat.
A cat, but it had tentacles.
The catkin! Jim and the captain say.
You've seen this before.
Oh yeah, we've seen it before. But we were able to trick it the first time. I'm not sure if we can trick him a second time with the same tactic, but we can try.
Please.
So they're gonna try to make their way up the ship. Meanwhile, Sam, what's going on with you? Because you probably have about 30 seconds left of your spicy power at the moment.
Not having any bitter backup, I'm going to pull my revolver out.
Oh, nice.
And take a shot. I know
Please do.
The stats are probably different from a 38 to a musket, but I
Yeah.
didn't look up the musket. I should have.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna say since it's a weapon you're not as familiar with, you'll get a -2, but also an additional -2 because of the fog.
Okay.
Are you trying to hit a specific part of the creature?
I want to hit a tentacle.
Okay. A tentacle will also decrease the difficulty by another -2 if you're trying to do a targeted attack.
Okay.
So that would be a -6 penalty if that's what you're attempting to do, FYI.
All right.
I think
By 1.
you just, you almost got it, but you fire trying to hit a very specific tentacle, but it fails. However, I will give you another opportunity to fire again with the musket if you want to try a second. No,
Even worse.
unfortunately, even worse. So you're trying to fire this thing. The creature's seems to be recovering from the spicy attack, and he's once again going to take some tentacles and wrap them around you, Sam. I will give you a chance to dodge the tentacles as it tries to grab a hold of you.
Okay. I also have my combat reflexes, so I get a +1 to my defense rolls for self-defense. Ooh, 10 out of 11.
Okay, so you'll be able to dodge out of the way just as one of the tentacles tried to grab you. By this point, Jim and several members of the crew have come up, and they look up at the catkin, who, as I said, seems to be ticked off, and it's going to start trying to wrap its arms around the boat, and it'll try to submerge it under the water. And Jim is going to say, "Oh, he looks angrier than before. Last time we were able to distract him with fire, but I don't think we have enough time to burn something right now," is what he says.
Oh, if only Star were here.
If only Tori was here. If only Star was here.
I did buy back a couple of spells, but they are lower tier spells. So, like, ignite fire, so it only produces a small flame, but it might. So, I will roll for that.
Go ahead.
So with the Menagerie, it's +3 to that. Oh, yeah, we're good.
Okay.
So I will cast ignite fire, I guess.
On what specifically?
What did Jim say they did last time? It was
They took he said they took a small, like, boat or life raft, I think, and they burned that.
Okay, so I will look for a life raft like that and light it on fire.
You will attempt to okay, so you will be able to ignite a small fire on it, but Jim's going to look surprised and says, "You can create fire just like that?"
Yeah.
He's gonna shake his head. "We're not gonna have time to push that out into sea. This ship's coming down fast." He's looking around, and then he goes, "Light that on fire," he says, pointing at the end of a ballista.
Oh, okay. So I will try to do that.
Roll again.
So it is with the Menagerie, so it's at 15, so it'd be 13 out of 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the ammunition, the tip of the ammunition of the ballista, that goes on fire. And I'm going to say that Jim is quickly going to go over to that end of the ballista, and he says, "Captain, help me with this." And the captain's going to go over, and they're going to aim the ballista just over the catkin's head, or just past the catkin's head. I will roll. Hopefully they don't fail. That would be bad. Really bad right now. They're fine. They fire the ballista, and it goes soaring across the air. Is this big red glow soars across the air, and it just whizzes past the creature's head. That gives the catkin a moment that it, like, turns its head around. and
Okay.
tries to follow. And it seems to have distracted it again for another round or two.
I'm going to tell Tori, do another one with Jim. And I'm going to try to do another habanero blast to try to dissuade it from playing with the boat.
Nice, that's a good idea.
I was also thinking, because in Sam's world, Cat's kind of freaked out at the sight of the ghost, so I was wondering if I could get closer to the cat, like fly over to the catkin and freak it out too.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, who has possession of your flavor?
Of mine at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I thought I was holding it when I tried, so where would I have?
Where would you have stashed it after you realized it didn't work?
Maybe the storage room where we all started out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to fly over to the catkin,
Mm-hmm.
and then what are you going to do when you get to the catkin?
Just try to scare it. Just
Okay.
remembering from what happened in
Roll.
Sam's world, it was that cat was like freaked out at the sight.
Roll me another intimidate.
All right.
Okay. So Sam's going to blast it, which will distract it for a few rounds. It's not going to damage it too much, but it's going to at least distract it for a few rounds. Once those rounds are over, you go over to try to distract it. It'll start hissing at you, and will actually try to use its tentacles to like bat at you, but it's just going to go through you. It's not gonna touch you. So that just bought you another like 5 rounds. Sam, roll me a perception.
10 out of 12.
You notice that Jim, he's watching this whole thing. You notice that Jim has something in his hand. It looks like a flavor ball.
Is it black?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to call out to him and say, "Hey Jim, say bitter power change up."
What? Bitter power change up? And then this big giant transformation happens as Jim turns into a flavor superhero. But it's going to be based on him personally. So instead of, like the Kiss Rocker thing, he's totally going to be all like pirated up. It's going to be this big, Pirates of the Caribbean like transformation. He basically turns all in black. Think like Kingdom Hearts when Sora like transforms in the middle of combat. And he gets this big, I'm gonna say that he's got this rope with like a hook like at the end of it that he's like swinging around. So he actually like jumps up in the air, and then as he's falling, he's got this rope that he's swinging out almost like a helicopter, almost like the yo-yo that Lonic has. And every single part of his body just transforms into this really awesome, slick-looking pirate's outfit, which again is sort of like Sora's outfit when he goes into Pirates of the Caribbean land. And then, just because I think it would be really cool, out of nowhere, this big, like, parrot appears and lands on his shoulder, and he goes, "Rah! Looks like the cat's out of the bag! Rah!" What in the world is this? Jim asks as he's looking at his outfit.
It's just something to help us along. I'll tell you after we take care of this thing here. You should be able to pull up some really cool tricks.
Like what?
Like anything that's bitter flavored.
Like licorice whips? And as he says that, these big giant like licorice whips just appear out of nowhere, and they start to like wrap around each of the tentacle limbs of the cat, which seems to be restraining the cat. The boat is still like swaying, not because the cat is swaying it, but because the cat is struggling in the water, and the water is just violently pushing the boat around. The boat starts to tip a little bit over to the right, but it seems like the cat right now has been caught in some sort of a cat's cradle at the moment.
Jim,
The idea
is
for
there-
me is The idea for me is I'm
No,
just
go ahead,
trying to
go
get
ahead.
you as much time as possible by scaring this cat to try to get us off the boat and onto shore.
Yeah, Jim, do we need to abandon ship or can we drive it away, do you think?
We don't have time to drive the ship away. We got to get this cat away or knocked out or something.
All right, I'm going to go try to use one of the ballista to shoot it.
Yeah, go right ahead. I don't think you're skilled at a ballista, but so just get a -2 penalty as if you were firing a regular range weapon. 10 versus 11. Okay. You're going to fire the ballista at the cat. It's going to hit the side of its head. And I think with that, the cat's going to sort of like shake around as if it's dizzy, and then its head comes falling down and just crashes into the water. The boat again gets pushed over by the force of the cat's head, but it'll start to level off. Sam will roll me one more dexterity check to stop from falling overboard. So I think that was a fail, right?
Oh, no, because of my +1. It's a 11
Oh.
out of 11.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say that you start to fall overboard, but the captain grabs a hold of you at like the last minute and will be able to pull you up. The water starts to calm down a bit, and you can hear the loud sound of snoring as the cat is knocked out cold currently, right next to the boat. Rock! That was a catastrophe! Rock! The parrot says.
That was something.
I always wanted to have my own parrot, he says as he's like stroking the parrot. I'll call you Crackers.
Perfect. Let's definitely make sure that we start moving away from this thing. That way it doesn't wake up and attack us again.
That's a good idea. It'll be at this point that Sam de-transforms back into his original outfit. And Jim says, "Whoa! So you've got one of those weird ball things too?"
Yeah, and while it comes in super handy and it looks really good, the black one that you found is a good friend of mine's, and at some point she's going to need it back.
Yeah, that's me.
Wait, are you warlocks?
Oh no. No. You see,
This is magic, though.
well, no, not really. This is kind of somebody else's curse, and we're just here to make sure that their curse is carried out correctly.
Curse! He drops the ball instinctively, and that's as he starts to de-transform as well. And the parrot unfortunately disappears too. And then he says, "What? Wait, are you saying I'm cursed?"
Oh, no. We're not here to curse you. As a matter of fact, we're here because of you. Think about it. When we first showed up here on the boat, me and Frankie and Lonic and Star. We showed up near a particular someone.
Wait, so you're here to help us then?
Well, we can't do a lot of help, but we're here to right some wrongs.
That is what I was wishing for when I was in the cell.
Yeah.